When I go this direction, if I hug the right side, the reason I don't want to... Oh, I was able to get up last time. Now I can't get up. No! Howdy folks, and welcome back to ARK Adventures Vanilla ARK. Retail released ARK on the island. Yes. And we're over here. I had to make one little change I want to tell you about if you've been following along in the series. I originally put this refrigerator down here just in the water because it worked. It plugged in. It said it was powered. It all lit up. But I noticed that the timers weren't increasing. I even noticed that in the episode. I put something in and I said the timer didn't increase. I thought it must have been glitched. No, it turns out that it really does not function in the water. It's powered. It says it's powered. It lights up. It makes all the noises and everything, but it doesn't actually cool anything down. Now we're getting much better timers, days or weeks or whatever, depending upon what we put in here. As you can see, there are 2,238 days. No, 2,238 weeks? 16, that must be minutes, hours, yeah, 2,238 weeks. 16 days, 54 minutes. That doesn't seem right. The timer's just not going down or something. I don't know. It's okay. A lot of time, basically. Longer than I'll be playing in this world. So this stuff is going to stay much longer than it used to. It was basically having the same timers as in my inventory. So I was losing stuff pretty quickly. I was noticing that stacks of meat were getting cut in half in the course of a day, and I was like, what's going on? That doesn't make any sense. So I just put this foundation here and I remade a refrigerator and a trough and put them here. And I don't think the trough cared. I think that always worked, even in water. I know troughs work in water. So I don't think that was a problem. But I put them both back up here on the foundation anyway. So what we're going to do this episode is now that we've got our ankylosaur over here, Jawbreaker, I want to be able to get a lot of metal and start cooking up a lot of metal because I want to be able to make more advanced stuff like I talked about before we then begin taming a whole bunch of animals too to go and take on the bosses. We're going to need a lot of metal to make rockets and rifles and ammunition and all sorts of things we're going to need to help contribute our part to the big battle. This little forge isn't going to really cut it, this one forge, and flying back and forth with Bob carrying Jawbreaker to get metal in his back is just going to be annoying. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to set up a forge area, a remote forge area where there's a bunch of metal. And remember I told you that in the old days of ARK, in the old days, back before the release, you could go to the volcano right here because it was a big basin and it was filled with metal and you could just put up a forge there. And I started thinking, where would I go if I had to put up a forge now? Because there's metal on each of the mountains, big pieces of metal, big patches of metal. But where would it be fairly safe? And then it dawned on me, oh yeah, I did a series up here in the north. I did a couple of series up in the north, and I did a forge up here. This is Blue Tower over here, this snow mountain. Very safe. Nothing spawns up here at the very top where the metal is. And you could put a forge just down the road a little bit from it, just down the hill a little bit, and it's still pretty safe. I think we're going to do that. So I went ahead and built a bunch of stuff, I think enough to make a 2x2 stone building with a sloped roof, and we can put in 6 forges, a couple of mortar and pestle, and I don't know that we'll have room to be able to park the Yankee in there, but it would be nice if we could. That's why I have the dinosaur gateway. So we'll see, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take Bob, and I'm going to pick up Jawbreaker with Bob, and we're going to fly up way over there. That's the blue tower, that little tower, not this one right here, that's the red tower. Further on, that's the blue tower, way over there. And I'll see you guys there. We are approaching the blue tower, Snow Mountain. All right, the middle is up here like crazy. You can even see some of it right there, some right there. And the place where I kind of like to put the forge is right down here. I'm saying over here, right down there, because that's the last place you see metal right there. And if we put the forge right down here, we're out of the way of it, and then we can come up here and collect it. The only problem with putting it down here is it's a long haul to walk and go get the metal. So another place I like to build sometimes is close to the edge over here. If you look, most of the stuff is snow-covered metal up here. There's a lot of it. There's a lot of stone, and there's a lot of crystal as well, which is all good stuff that I'm going to need. You see, there are animals spawning down there. Another place that I like to put, let's just actually drop him right up on the platform. So we have to keep carrying him around. Drop jawbreaker. There we go. Another place is right out here. There's metal there too. I'm trying to find the place where I like to do it. Let me get on the ground. It might be easier for me to find it. Okay. You can see this beautiful metal over there. Some snow-covered metal here. That's the way to get to where I was talking about before, down the road. And then there's also... I guess it's over here. Yeah. This direction. There's some metal down here too, though, that I would like to get. But you could theoretically build your forge over here. I honestly think the best place is going to be where I just talked about it. Because... the initial place I talked about. Because I don't think anyplace else is going to be... is not going to sacrifice a bunch of metal nodes. I think we're just going to have to walk. I think that's going to be the problem. We're just going to have to walk. The Anki back and forth, which is, you know, a little annoying, but it's not the end of the world. It's better than the alternative, which is not getting the metal at all. So down here... So there's middle node right there, too. Don't really want to lose that middle node, and I don't want to lose the middle node up here. I want all the middle. I want to be greedy. So another place I've done it before is I've done eagle's nests, which are basically built off the side of the mountain down here, which have worked in the past, and I might just do that again. Build kind of an eagle's nest out here as well. You kind of build out from there, but the problem is, as soon as you support it and bring the supports over this direction, you interrupt that node, and it won't spawn again. So, I don't think I've ever noticed that there was a node here before. There's a couple of nodes. One of my beak is on a node right there, I think. I think that's a node. I could be wrong. But that is definitely a node right here where my beak is. Or where Bob's beak is. So I guess we can come down here to where the crystal is hiding. I think there's crystal there. Yeah, that's crystal. They've added some new resources since the last time I was here. And there's even more crystal in the middle over there. Doesn't look like wherever I go, I'm going to interrupt some kind of middle nodes. The question is just which ones do I want to interrupt, I guess. So let's come back up here for a second. And I am wearing my fur, because it is very cold. I don't know that I might not be willing to sacrifice that one node or the one over here, but just building it right here. Can I build it right here? Can I build it right on this guy right here? Well, I can't pick these up after I place them, so it's kind of risky to do this, but build one there, put one there. Oh, I already have them on 0. And there, those will work. And I can build into the front to the rock there, and it will let me build here too. So let's try this. How would I come in with the Anki? This direction? I guess. Right? Actually, let's put the walls down first. Make it easier to snap that. I wanted to go too high all the way around, and then slope it up to the gate. This will also give me a little thermal protection if I'm hanging out here waiting for the middle to cook. That would be the goal, at least. Of course, the quetz is going to be exposed up here, but that's fine. That one. That one. That one. And that one. That one. And this one. There we go. And then the gate would go in here. Point at the ground. Go into K mode. Scroll out. Move up. I want to extend this as far out as I can. Oh, it dropped one lower. If I do that, I'm actually I need to come up one. I can't go down. Need to come up so that I can clip in with the ceiling, I think. To secure it, to make it a complete... Did I pretty much nail that angle? Is that pretty straight? I think it might a hair to the right. Might be appropriate. Into the wood there. It's pretty close. Just place it. Okay. Door. Got a couple ramps. See how these place. Okay, and a ramp over here. I think this will work. I think I can get in there. All right, let's put these ceilings on. 4 of them. 1 there. And there. And there. And there. Did that snap down? It did. At the last second, that snapped down, didn't it? It sure did. Gosh dang it. But you'll notice I get the house buff. In the right side of my screen, there's a little house. I'm still getting the house buff here. Nice. All right, so I'm going to actually leave that there. It kind of gives me a little light, I guess. It's not the end of the world. All right, these forges now. If I want to pull the Anki in here, I'm going to want these forges. Unfortunately, they can actually squeeze into the corner here because we have collision turned off. So I can actually kind of really get them in here. Like this. Even sticking through the wall. I'm sure they're sticking through the back of the wall, but that's fine. Right? One more go here. Sure. So that's 5 of them. And then we can put the 6th one. Do I just leave 5 here? I might just leave 5 here and take the 6th down and put it at my base. So we'll put that there, and then 1 over here on this side for the mortar and pestle. This is so we can make spark powder to cook the metal, so we don't have to bring wood up or deal with wood. Because we have everything we need to make spark powder here. We have stone and we have flint. So that might work. All right. Well, Bob, let's go get our friend, bring our friend back, and see about harvesting and see how this thing's going to work. Come here, Jawbreaker. Come on back. Bob, I think we're just going to leave you outside. You should be safe. And not even RGs come up here this high up, typically. So I think everything should be good. Go ahead and drop Jawbreaker there. And then we'll park Bob right here. All right. Jawbreaker. Oh, you've got a level already. Let's give you some weight because we're going to be loading you up. I mean, that's going to be the goal here. Since we have the forge located here, I'd rather just load you up. All right. This is going to be very slow. Okay, we got the metal harvested from there. And I'd like to come down and get the... Oh, good. Awesome. More weight. Eventually I might throw a little bit of speed on too, just because it's kind of annoying to take so long. It's still leveling up. I'm trying to move. There we go. I want to come down here to the stone. I don't think that's harvestable. I don't think any of that's harvestable. There's harvestable stones down here, though. Because I want to get some flint so we can make some spark powder. And I'm going to need to make some storage, too. That just occurred to me. I think that's why I brought some of the wood and things up with me. Look at all this crystal here. It's awesome. Okay. Now. I'm pretty much loaded up. So we're going to head on back. And we're going... Good. Wait. Awesome. Whoops. Did I get another level, too? No. Okay. Well, it's late for the non-animation. I'm not animating anymore, but I'm leveling up, so I can't move. There we go. We have no way of getting water up here except for, and we'll probably build that, if we build water reservoirs. We can actually use that to collect water. So this is how we're probably going to come in here and park. Come in at an angle. Like that. That'll hurt if those were on, if I landed on those. So let's grab this stuff. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And what we're going to do is we're going to split these up here. We'll put 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 3 over here. Something just pushed me, his tail did. Okay. We won't be needing the stone all the time, but every once in a while we'll need to get some so we can make some cementing paste. I keep saying cementing paste. Spark powder. In my head I keep saying cementing paste. I've been not saying it to you guys, but in my head that's the first thing that comes to my mind, and I have to stop myself and say spark powder. There we go. We got a bunch of spark powder being made. That's why we have to make storage, because there's no way we're gonna be able to take all of this crystal back. So what we will do is we will split this stuff up in 5s. We'll basically load these things up is what we'll do. Load all these forges up full, and then just turn on the spark powder and let it run. But for now, it's getting dark here, but that's fine. Let's put a bit of spark powder in here. Gives us a little bit of light. That'll give us a little bit of light as well. Well, I'll probably put some lights in here as well. I don't think we'll put electricity. We might put some torches if we need it. But we also have the gamma button. There we go. Gamma. Alright, so that's how it's going to work. And then Jawbreaker will hang out here, I think, maybe. We'll get some veggies for him. And we'll just leave him here. We don't really need to take him down. Ever. His purpose is up here. That's where he lives. This is what he does. So this might work. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to gather a ton of metal with Jawbreaker now, load these things up, and get these forges going, okay? And there I am in my fur. See you in a bit. Out collecting some stone, and I can get some berries here, which is really nice. With the Anki now, it didn't used to be this way, but now a left click is always a harvest, but a right click is a berry harvest. So I'm able to pick up some berries for this guy to eat. Now, cutting across here is kind of tricky. When I go this direction, if I hug the right side... The reason I don't want to... Oh, I was able to get up last time. Now I can't get up. No! No! I'll have to wiggle my way around and get back up. I don't want to build a ramp here because it's going to put foundations down that'll spoil the spawns. Oh, man. Alright, well, I'm going to try my best not to use any sort of an admin command to get out of this. I'm going to have to go down and then back up. Oh, it's going to be a long walk. I'll be back. Okay, I fell way over there. It's a long walk along the edge here to try to find somewhere to get back up. And I think I'm going to get back up here because, if I'm not mistaken, right down here is a track that takes you up. Now, there are some animals here. You might run into cats, wolves... RG, you just saw an RG fly by, maybe even Rex is a little further down, but I think up here, I think where I'm coming in now, I'm pretty safe. But so I might want to put something to get across there. I swear, man, I've been going back and forth. I was about to show you how much metal I've gathered and cooked up. Been going back and forth, never fallen in. But, of course, start recording and I fall in. So we're going to head up here. I'm loaded up right now with stuff. In fact, he's eating all the berries. I'm going to have to get more berries. Ooh, speaking of... Oh, well, turn around here. I'm going to have to go all the way back. In fact, I might want to... I'm going to risk going across one more time, but if I fall this time, I think I'm going to empty out a little bit of the weight and go get the Quetzal to carry. Can I... Quetzal can probably... yeah, 809, yeah. Get the Quetzal to carry him back to safety, and then I'm going to build some sort of a... a pillar and ceiling is probably what I'm going to do, just to give me a safe place to cross. And try to minimize the amount of impact to the middle nodes. You see all these tons of middle nodes over here, which are great. I didn't actually harvest, did I? Did I? Did I harvest before? No. I thought I was going to harvest, and I never did. Okay, anyways, got some food. So let me go do that, and we'll be back. And, of course, I don't record and got across. I don't know. All right, we're still going to build the pillar and ceiling system to make sure that we don't fall in again, because it is a pain in the behind and a waste of my time. I might as well turn the gamma back down because the sun's coming back up. So I've got all this raw metal. I've been cooking metal. I've only used 2 of the furnaces at any given time. I might actually use the 3rd one at this point, since I have so much metal collected. But up here I've got 3 storage chests up here. This one in the middle, I've got, if I can get to it, I've got to back up. I can't back up because I got too much weight, so let's throw this over here real fast. I've got some cooked metal. And over here, I've just where I'm putting the crystal and any obsidian or things that I collect. And this is my other stash. This is where I'm going to be using the materials to build the pillar. Oh, I don't have any wood. Crap. I'm going to have to go on the quets and get some wood to build that. So I'll do that off cam. You guys don't need to see me put a pillar and a ceiling down, surely. So we'll do that in here in a little bit. Let's load up more of this, get some of this going, and turn on all these forges. And pretty soon we'll have enough metal to, I mean, we already have enough to fly back. We're going to weigh down the bird for sure, the Quetzal for sure at this point with what we have. But I want to have a ton, and I want to be able to fly back and forth a few times and bring it all down so that I don't have to deal with metal for a while. So we have a forge that'll give us a lot of metal up there, and I brought some of it back down, not all of it. There's still more of their cooking, but I've got a bunch here and I've got a bunch over here. And I think the first thing we want to do, since our plan is, remember our steps, right? We're going to build up our technology, then we're going to tame and breed an army that we can take in to fight the boss. And we're probably going to use like Rexes and maybe Allosaurs. Things with saddles, and maybe some other things. We'll experiment a little bit. We'll see how they work. But in other words, we're going to tame some stuff. So in order to tame it, we got the kibble farm going, and we probably still need some more animals for some different eggs. But we've got the kibble farm going as a start, or the egg farm, pardon me, going so that we can make kibble. The next thing is we want better ways to tame things too. So I think the next step is to upgrade from. We have currently a crossbow with narcotic arrows, which works fine, especially since we got a really good crossbow. It does 160% damage from a drop. But what I think the next step is to move up to weapons, firearms, this guy. This is a long neck rifle, and the long neck rifle will allow us to shoot tranquilizer darts, which do a bit more torpor than the arrows. Now, this is going to be a standard rifle, so actually I don't think the standard rifle with the tranquilizer dart is going to do more than that crossbow, but we'll actually do a little bit of experimentation to find out. So what we need to do now is we've got the rifle. We need to make ammo for it, and you make the ammo here. I think it's in weapons ammo, right? Yeah. We're going to make simple bullets, this thing right here, which requires gunpowder and metal ingots. Now, I've been cooking up a ton of wood for the purpose of making gunpowder. Everything that can burn wood, I burned wood in, which is all my fireplaces. The 2 forges, I brought another one down, remember, from the forge on the mountain. And also out here, I think the cooking pot, I had some going as well. I might actually be overburdened when I do this. Almost. So we're coming over here, and we are going to take the charcoal that we've got here. We're going to throw it on here with the spark powder, and that's going to allow us to make gunpowder. So we'll just make as much gunpowder as we can. That's pretty fair amount. We want to make some more though. Let's throw that in there. Let's throw this metal in here that I took out of the forge as well. And we're going to need more spark powder, so we need more flint. Boom, 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 and more stone. 200 will do for that amount of flint. So we'll throw that in here. Okay, go ahead and make all that spark powder up. And that'll allow us to make even more gunpowder, which will allow us to make even more gunpowder over here. But let me take some of this gunpowder out now, and we'll show you how this works. I'll take 40. Okay. Get the gunpowder over here, and we go to weapons, ammo, simple bullets, and we're going to make... Actually, hang on a moment. We're not going to make simple bullets. What am I talking about? Oh my gosh. Woo! I almost freaked out for a second. We're going to make simple rifle ammo. That's what I was trying to make. So, let's go ahead and make a bunch of that. And then we're going to make these tranquilizer darts. And they require the metal, simple rifle ammo, and narcotics. We happen to have some narcotics right here. Let's throw those up here. And go back to weapons, ammo. There we go. We can make a few of these. So we've got our rifle. We've got our tranquilizer dart. A potent dart full of tranquilizing poison. And now what we really need to do, we'll drag the dart onto the rifle, which changes its ammo type. And we're actually going to put this rifle down here in 0 real fast. Actually, I don't want to put it in 0, because 0 is where things steal from. Things like pegomastics, when they attack you, steal from there. We're going to throw those arrows over there. I'm going to take this 160 guy. I'm going to put him on 2. We'll put that on 5, actually. And I actually want to compare these guys. So, you used to be able to apply torpidity to a friendly animal. Let's see if we can do it. I'm sorry, Bart. You, Bart? You're Bart. Yeah. 190, 212, 228. 252 was the max that we put onto Bart. Now I'm going to let that actually drain off before I fire with the dart. Reason being, I want to use the same animal, right? To make sure that I'm getting the same dosage, because if I shot it into Cargill Bob here, it may not be the same. So we're going to wait until Bart is completely torpor free, and we can actually speed that along a little bit by grabbing a little bit of this stuff, stim berries. Add those to Bart. Bart doesn't care about drinking. That's not a stat for animals, so just feeding him a bunch of this stuff should not hurt him. Might make him poop, but that's about it. He's eating it. Let's see if his torpidity is dropping. It's getting there. We'll feed him a little bit more. A couple more stacks. Should work. Come on. Got extra gas in there, too, for the generator, so I don't have to keep making more. I just made a whole bunch. Store it on the Fiomia since he's right next to the generator. All right, that's going to have to be it, right? I'll just go ahead and feed that last bit, even though I don't need it. Okay, torpidity is now at 0. Now, there's a question. Is there a lasting effect from the stim berries? I hope not. I probably should scientifically hit him with the crossbow again, but here we go. Dart to the head. Sorry, Bart. 134. 134. See? The darts are better than a regular crossbow would be with the arrows, but this is a really good crossbow. So while we have upgraded to this, what I'm really hoping for, and what I was actually holding out for, and why I didn't make this right away, I was hoping I could find one in a drop. I haven't found one in a drop. Yes, I haven't found one in a drop, so we're going to go ahead and put all of this stuff here. I'll make more darts later for use, because we will eventually find a better rifle in a drop, but for now, that's all we're going to get. All right, so I guess the next step is to tame a bunch of stuff, guys, so we're going to do that in another episode. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.